of Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Residents in New Taipei are pushing back against plans to demolish a centuries-old house next to the city's Bygone Canal system. They argue that what remains of the historic neighborhood deserves government protection. Wesley Lewis reports.
Bygone and her family have lived in this home in New Taipei for 4 generations. It's now surrounded by towering apartment blocks. But the centuries-old house has stood the test of time, alongside a historic canal system called Bygone that hasn't. And though one of the few remaining canals is right by the Lai family home, the house itself may not be here for much longer. A recent development proposal could see it demolished.
其实不是只有我焦灼，还有更多就是对文史的爱好者，更希望把整个新店溪这个仅存刘公圳的，应该是最后的一块处女地，要把它保留下来吧。
Much of Bygone dates back to the 18th century, built during Qing Dynasty rule in Taiwan, to serve the area's residents and farmers. Once a vast network of crisscrossing waterways that spread across the Taipei Basin, Bygone's wide canals and irrigation ditches have all but disappeared. Many of these waterways were filled in for roads like this one in the 1970s. The most intact and exposed section is in New Taipei's Xingdian district. Local historians give educational tours here. They argue for granting Bygone cultural heritage status.
那今天如果说我们把它变成一个文化资产，它就是有经费可以维护嘛。一个文化资产，它就变成有权责单位在管理。
Ms. Lai and several New Taipei civic groups agree. They have held rallies urging the government to give Bygone cultural landscape status, assigned to historically significant man-made environments.
守护柳公圳，守护柳公圳，登录文化景观，登录文化景观，审议透明，审议透明。
The government has scheduled 2 inspections of Ms. Lai's house and of Bygone to consider whether the area merits the protected status.
我想我们今天如果提报文化景观，那我们会成立文化资产的保存会议的会勘跟会议。那后续我们会请专家学者来进行会勘。那会勘的部分，我们如果确定它具文化景观的保存价值，我们就会进行列车追踪。
For now, Ms. Lai waits for the government to decide her fate. She says she remains resolved to continue fighting for not only her right to keep her family home, but also for the preservation of her neighborhood's unique and enduring history. Klein Wang, Kama Xu, and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
It's been 20 years since one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded triggered a deadly tsunami, which killed hundreds of thousands of people in 14 countries. Coastal communities in Thailand were among those badly hit. Survivors there are still finding peace with what and who were lost. Joyson reports.
Each morning in Panga, southern Thailand, fisherman Biran Glatale gathers his gear for his daily catch, earning a living from the waters that took his parents' life. Glatale was orphaned in 2004 by the Indian Ocean 9.1 magnitude earthquake and tsunami, one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history, which claimed more than 220,000 lives in over a dozen countries. Glatale was just 8 years old.
ไม่ตอนนั้นมันแบบไม้มันหักมาครับมันไม่เชิงแบบเป็นคืนแบบปกติมันมาแบบเสียงดังเลยครับแบบเลี้ยแบบมาโบะคนในหมู่บ้านเลยครับโบะเตือนหมดเลย
Along with some neighbors, Glatale climbed to higher ground, but his parents did not make it. And there were many more like him who were orphaned. According to the United Nations, between 1,000 and 2,000 children in Thailand lost at least one parent to the tsunami. The country's southern beaches were among the worst hit, seeing more than 5,000 people killed, around half of them foreign tourists. Another 3,000 people remain missing. Watana Sitirashot's uncle was one of the people never found. He had cared for Sitirashot since his parents' divorce. After losing his uncle, Sitirashot became one of the first residents of this home, founded by 2 social workers for tsunami orphans. Now he's the Secretary General and has helped expand care to over 90 children without primary caregivers.
ไม่มีใครอยู่กับเราไปตลอดต้องไปข้างหน้า คืออะไรที่มันเสียไปแล้วเราไปแก้ไขไม่ได้เราต้องไปข้างหน้า
Fisherman Glatale has spent the last 20 years rebuilding his love for the sea. It still reminds him of loss, but he says the water has also cared for him, giving him food to eat and a means to earn a living. His outlook has also taught his wife, Janjira Kampradit, to live each day to the fullest.
ชีวิตมันก็ไม่แน่นอนนะว่าคนเราต้องทำดีไว้การทำดีมันช่วยให้คนช่วยเราเยอะเราทำดีไว้นะชีวิตคนเรามันไม่รู้ว่ามันจะยาวหรือมันจะสั้น
20 years on, the devastation and grief from the Indian Ocean tsunami remain deep among survivors here in Thailand, holding on to memories of loved ones as they embrace life moving forward. Patrick Chen and Joyce Sin for TaiwanPlus.
A Christmas Day attack on Ukraine was not enough to dampen the holiday spirit in the country. Harriet Hughes reports on Russia's massive aerial attack targeting the country's power grid.
A Christmas Eve prayer for peace, interrupted by the sound of air raid alerts across Ukraine as Russia launched a massive aerial attack, lasting through the night and into the early hours of Christmas morning. Though families greeted the day sheltering in Kyiv's metro station, people were determined to celebrate the religious holiday.
Свято не відміняється, так, буття, узвар, блюда, все дома чекають. І по гостях сьогодні поїдемо, і до хресних поїдемо, діти виспляться.
Overnight, Russia launched over 170 missiles and drones into Ukraine, aimed at the country's energy infrastructure. The 13th large-scale attack this year, targeting the power grid. In the eastern city of Kharkiv, 500,000 people were left without power as temperatures hit freezing. The attack has been condemned by world leaders and called inhumane by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Все, що нам треба, мирно жити на своїй землі, бачити сонце, своє небо, а в ньому різдвяну зорю, а не іранські шахеди і російські ракети. Але декому скучно і не хватає двіжухи.
But in Kyiv, the air raid sirens couldn't drown out the Christmas spirit.
Настрій святковий, ялинка вже стоїть дуже гарно, настрій, погода, звісно, хочеться, мабуть, щоб був сніг трошки, щоб і настрій, як в дитинстві було. Хочеться побажати, щоб скоріше все це прийшов мир, злагода і щоб було все добре в нашій країні.
As neighboring Russia intensifies targeted attacks against them, Ukrainians end the year praying for peace, hopeful that what lies ahead are better days, safer, and without the need for air raid sirens. Howard Jung and Harriet Hughes for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, a zoo in Argentina has a new poodoo fawn born just last month. Check out these images of the little deer bringing hope for a rare endangered species. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Competition with China, not conflict.
The entire world has great interest in keeping Taiwan's chip industry functional.
So the silicon shield that supposedly has been protecting Taiwan.
How many years the TSMC can still maintain its competitive edge?
What do you see as the next big shift in the semiconductor industry?
Taiwan's take on global headlines. All that matters, TaiwanPlus.